So for today's topic, we're gonna have to differentiate or find the derivative of a composite function. So, first of all, meron tayong equation dito na cosine raised to 2. Tapos yung function niya is 3 square root of x. So, how are we gonna solve this? Ang gagamitin natin dito is yung chain rule. What is chain rule? So, basically, sa composite function, meron tayong dalawang function. Itong buong cosine squared 3 square root of x. And yung isa nating function is yung inside function, which is 3 square root of x. So, how do we solve this? So, sa chain rule, kukunin muna natin yung outside function. Let's refer this outside function as g. Refer this inside function as f. So, kunin muna natin outside function. We're gonna write it as derivative ng outside function, which is yung cosine squared 3 square root of x. And then, kukunin natin yung derivative ng outside function without yung power. So, basically, ang minimin ko pala is, okay, kukunin natin yung derivative ng mismong function without the power, at kukunin natin yung function, yung inside function. So, magiging ganito yung itsura niya. F, pero wala yung power. Okay? Tapos, magiging derivative ng 3 square root of x. So, magiging g. So, dito sa g na to, meron pa tayong dalawang equation. Meron pa tayong dalawang kailangan na derivative. It is yung 3. And, kailangan na, ito pala yung isang buong equation na to. Kailangan natin siyang paghiwalayan. So, we'll get to that later. So, hindi ko ma-explain yan kasi wala pa tayo sa step na yan. So, sa chain rule, kailangan natin i-write yung main equation as cosine 2 square root of 3 square root of x. And then, ang gagawin natin dyan is gagamit tayo ng power rule. So, what is power rule? Basically, ang power rule is n raised to x. Wait, ito na lang. X raised to n and multiply by x minus 1. So, ganyan ang power rule. So, basically, explain ko sa'yo, sarili ko, kung ano yung power rule. Although, alam mo naman na to, explain ko lang ulit. So, ang nangyayari sa power rule, yung 2 is i-drag natin pababa dito. And then, yung power, yung exponent dito is minus 1. Since meron lang tayo 2, magiging 0 na yan. So, it's magiging 2 cosine 3 square root of x. So, yan yung first part natin. Move lang natin yung power rule above dito para magkaroon tayo ng reference. And then, nire-write natin siya as yan yung derivative niyan. So, yung derivative niyan, kunin pa ulit natin yung derivative ng main equation. So, ano yung main equation? Itong cosine 2 ay cosine 3 square root of x. Sorry, nabubulol ako. Pero gets mo rin ako. So, kukunin natin yan. And then, kukunin din natin yung inside function. So, times the derivative of 3 square root of x. So, we simply write this one as 2 cosine 3 square root of x times the derivative. Ang cosine is equivalent lagi sa negative sine x. Lagay ko lang ulit for reference. Okay. So, sorry. Cosine x is equivalent to negative sine x. So, magiging negative sine x na siya. Yun yung derivative niya. Wait. 3 square root of x. So, kukunin naman natin yung derivative ngayon netong inside function. So, tuturuan kita self kung paano kunin yung derivative ng inside function. So, lagay lang ulit natin ito sa taas for reference. So, itong 3 square root of x, paghihiwalayin mo yan. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina para may dalawang expression. So, since mag-multiply yan, magkahiwalay talaga sila, set aside mo muna siya. meron tayong diniscuss dun sa derivative of rational function with this trigonometric functions is pag kinuha natin yung derivative na may constant ay may coefficient rather, move natin siya dito sa harap. So magiging 3 times the derivative of square root of x. So yun yung diniscuss natin kanina. So ngayon, yung derivative ng square root of x na yun, kukunin na natin yan. So how do we get the derivative of square root of x? So first, isa-set muna natin yung radical. Ang radical ay laging merong index na 2. Invisible yan, hindi yan makikita. Sometimes may makikita kang radical na may index na may nakalagay, which is, that's called cube root. Then may makikita ka ng fourth root, ganyan, fifth, and so on and so forth. And then, so, ang gagawin natin sa exponent is x times yung radical, yun yung magiging denominator since lagi yan kahit anong number, ay kahit anong variable, x or y, a or delta, kahit anong man, ay laging merong numerator exponent na invisible, which is 1. Tapos yung radical, i-over natin sa 1 yan, so yun yung magiging denominator natin. And then, gagamitin ulit natin yung power rule, so ima-minus 1 natin siya. So, ayun natin dito, separate. Minus 1 natin yung 1 half. Tapos, didrag natin itong 1 half dito sa harap. So, ito yun. So, pag nilagay mo yung n dito sa harap, which is yung 1 half, mababawasan siya ng 1. So, magiging itsura ng equation ay magiging 1 half times x raised to negative 1 half. So, paano mawala yung exponent na negative 1 half? Gagawin natin is ibababa natin yung x kasama dito sa denominator ng 2. So, ang magiging sagot niya is 1 over 2 square root of x. Or, you can rewrite it as 1 over 2x raised to 1 half. So, yun yung derivative ng square root of x. So, back to the start. So, kanina, meron akong diniscuss about dito sa lalagay mo yung coefficient sa harap. So, ang mangyayari niyan is magiging 3 times yung derivative ng square root, ganyan. And then, sulat ulit natin equation. Copy ko na lang para mas madali para sa akin. Multiply mo na siya. So, 3 times 1, since yung numerator, magiging 3 over 1 yan. Basic knowledge. Alam mo dapat lahat yan. This point. So, okay yan. So, ano nang gagawin natin next? So, parang wala nang gagawin, di ba? Gagawin is, yung cosine, ito, ang cosine, and yung negative sign, is, imumultiply mo siya ngayon sa denominator, sa numerator. So, ang magiging equation natin is 2 cosine 3 square root of x times negative sign 3 square root of x times 3 over 2 square root of x. Since minultiply nga natin siya sa numerator kasi magiging ano yan yung parang sinabi ko kanina, magiging over 1 yung buong equation. And magkahiwalay ito, by the way. So, minultiply na natin. So, what's next? Since meron tayong dalawang constant, pagsasamahin natin yan. So, transpose natin yung 3 dito sa harap sa magiging negative 3 times 2. Tapos, copy lang uli yung buong equation. And then, once na ganyan na itsura is, copy ko ulit yung buong equation. For convenience. And then, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So, negative 6, pwede mo pa siyang i-factor out. Pwede ka pa mag-cancel ng 6 at 2 dito. So, pag kinancel mo to, negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Cosine 3x. So, tatanggalin mo na siya sa parenthesis. Actually, dapat kanina pa, pero n sine t squared of x over square root of x. So, yan ang final solution. So, if ever na ma-confuse ka man, makakita ka ng ganitong kind ng equation. So, balikan mo lang itong video na to. Meron din tayong self-evaluation dito. So, ayan.